Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, how are you? What is the video about? Okay, in this video, we are going to discuss about phoneme, vowels, and consonants. And welcome back to the English Phonetics and Phonology. Of course, still with me, Rohiana Stianawati. Now, let's discuss it together. Okay, what is phoneme? Phoneme can be defined as any of the perceptually distinct units of sound in a specified language that distinguish one word from another. It is the smallest unit of speech in a language that make the difference between one word and another. For example, p, b, t, and t in the English words pet, pet, bed, and bed. Phoneme is a group or unit of sounds that distinguish meaning. Phonemes are significant sound units. Consider the following utterances in English which differs only in their initial sounds. The utterances are kept apart from each other in their meanings by their initial sounds, which are consequently interpreted as different phonemes. You can see the examples here. The sound p, which is found on pill, b on bill, on mail, t on tail, d on tail, n on mail, k on kill, g on kill, s on sale, r on real, h on hell, ch on chill, j on jail, w on will. In this case, we say the sounds p, p, t, d, etc. are in contrast at utterance initial position. Considering the phoneme in the utterance mentioned before, all of them occur in identical environment. They occur initially in a word and are followed by the same sequence of sounds, that is, A. Sounds that occur in an identical environment, while distinguishing the meaning of the words, are said to be in contrast. Such sounds constitute different phonemes. Two or more sounds that united into the same phoneme are called submembers, or allophones, or conditioned variants of the same phoneme. Submembers of a phoneme are phonetically slightly different from each other. For example, p and p, which differ from each other in their presence and absence of aspiration. But these differences are conditioned by environment in which they occur. Vowels and consonants. Why vowels and consonants are different? The first point is difference in syllabicity. The classification of speech sounds in the vowels and consonants is based on the differences in their function in utterance and in their way of production. The difference in syllabicity. An utterance consists of one or more than syllable. Syllables are short pulses which are produced by the motion of the intercostal muscles found between successive pairs of ribs. A syllable typically centers around a vowel sound, with or without consonants surrounding it. In other words, a vowel sound normally constitutes a syllable, or the peak or center of a syllable, whereas consonant normally does not. Consonants preceding the peak of a syllable are called onsets, while those following it are called codas. You can see on the example, on the word street. The vowel E is the peak of syllable. Consonants S, T, R are called the onsets, whereas the final th is called the coda of the syllable. Vowel sound is syllabic and a consonant is non-syllabic. Why? A vowel sound has inherently greater sonority or greater carrying power than a consonant. The production of vowel in general requires relatively larger amounts of air than that of consonant. What is sonority? Sonority means natural loudness or inherent loudness of a sound. Example: the vowel sound a is inherently more sonorous than the vowel a. The reason is because when produced the former sound a, the mouth cavity is much opener than the latter sound a. Although sound a is less sonorous, it can be more prominent by adding such factors as length, stress, or breath force, or by increasing the pitch. How does sonority differ from prominent? Prominent is clearly distinguished from sonority. Prominent depends on length, stress, and pitch, which may be increased or decreased in accord with the speaker's intention. Sonority depends on the nature of moving the speech organs for the production of speech sound. The second point that differ vowel and consonant is difference in the way of production. A vowel might be defined as a voice sound, during the production of which the air passes out freely and continuously throughout the middle of the mouth without narrowing as would cause any audible friction. So, what is meant by vowel? Vowel sounds are oral, voiced, and central. Oral. What does it mean? It means that in the production of the sounds, the air goes out through the mouth, not the nose. It is voiced. It means that its production is always accompanied by the vibration of the vocal cords. And vowel is central. It means that during its production, the air passes out along the middle part of the tongue and not around the side of the tongue. The air passes out freely without any stopping, and there may not be any interruption of the air stream by means of successive closing and opening of the air passage. Okay, that's all for the discussion about phoneme, vowel, and consonants.